With the recent release of Arcane, quite a few champions have skyrocketed in popularity over the last few weeks. Jace has seen an increase in gameplay, Jinx and Caitlyn as well, hell, even Vi. But one champion has gotten the most attention, and that is Viktor. And there isn't even a free skin for this dude yet. Viktor suffered throughout the show, only to not get a free skin. How is that fair? But at least the fanbase knows it, and they're rewarding Viktor by skyrocketing his win rate to a solid 53%. But now that we've sung his praises, let's check out why you'd want to play Viktor. He's a control mage who's quite weak in the early game, but he's going to shred through anyone in the later stages of the match. Scaling is the name of the game when you play Viktor. So what makes him so unique? Well, when you pick Viktor, you'll have to play around with his Hextech augments. You can augment each of his abilities into a stronger one as the game goes on. So basically, Viktor has a basic form for his abilities and an augmented form. Let's go over them real quick. His Q, Siphon Power, blasts an enemy unit dealing magic damage, gaining a shield and empowering his next basic attack. Once augmented, Viktor gains bonus movement speed. Viktor's W, Gravity Field, conjures a heavy gravitational field that slows enemies in its radius. Enemies who stay within the device's range for too long are stunned. This augmentation ensures that Viktor's non-periodic spells can apply a slow to enemies. His E, Death Ray, what a great name, will be your bread and butter when playing Viktor. This is the ability to max and augment first. You've got damage and the ability to wave clear with the Death Ray. Oh, and for those of you who have watched Arcane, the Death Ray might be a little familiar.
A mechanical arm equipped with a powerful ray of light.
Pretty neat how Riot sprinkled those little Easter eggs in throughout the show, eh? But back to his abilities. The Death Ray shoots a ray of light in a straight line. Once augmented, an explosion follows the Death Ray's wake, dealing magical damage. Okay, now onto his ultimate, Chaos Storm. Viktor conjures a singularity on the field which deals AoE magic damage and interrupts enemy channels. Viktor can redirect the singularity too. This ability can also be augmented to move 25% faster. So we hope you can keep up, that was quite a lot. How do you play Viktor best, you might be asking? Well, his early game isn't the strongest, so we suggest you play it safe. Don't pick Viktor into assassins. Focus on farming so you can get your first augment, then you can wave clear with ease. So, which runes work best on Viktor? You'll want to go for First Strike. This rune will give you extra cash and extra damage as long as you start off the fights. This will let Viktor start the scaling process. As for secondary runes, go for Mana Flow Band and Transcendence. The cooldown reduction is great, and the Mana Flow Band will let you spam your E over and over. In the pre-season, we also get some new mage items. Crown of the Shattered Queen works wonders on Viktor. This item will keep him safe in the early game from being jumped on and ganked by pesky champions like LeBlanc. Hopefully you learned a little something there, and you'll have fun playing this control mage. Until next time.